to a nice sitting room where everyone had a nice drink of either water or wine, and was greeted by what most people assume would be some type of noble visiting from the main continent, who offered them a job to investigate the Woodpine area, as there have been rumours of plants coming alive and attacking travellers along the area. Accepting the job, the party set out, had a quick brawl with an ogre, beating the absolute shit out of him extremely quickly, rescuing one of the inhabitants of my map, hang on, Oakley, and continuing their on to Woodpine, where they saw what they had been sent to find: plants coming alive and attacking creatures in the area. They witnessed what looked to be some type of resurrection of a wild boar using the vines and mushrooms implanted into the boar on its death. And continue on to Woodpine, where they found the small hamlet burnt to the ground, all except for one building where everyone else had huddled for safety. Suffering daily attacks from the woods around them, they scorched earth for a few hundred yards around the hamlet, and apparently have had a contagion outbreak in their basement. And I did actually watch someone play Resident Evil, so I do what you mean by the whole plant vine zombie things.
Oh yeah, no, I was at least very much on edge.
Yep, no. That's a good analogy for them.
Yep. I think we started calling them clickers at the end there.
Yeah, Joji.
Pretty good similarity.
Yep. They seem to be going off sound, not sight, some of them in the basement. So.
Interesting.
Sharing the woods map again.
To work out how this works again. Middle click, right? Good.
I need to remember to update that map. Oh well.
What?
Anyway, yep. Alrighty.
So where are we again?
You are still in Hellberg.
Okay.
So, Sly, while the rest of the party, who have only just met, are off on starting their adventure, what were you doing in the meantime?
Probably messing with gunpowder.
Okay, you lost track of time.
And having them explode on me and falling unconscious a bit, or the noxious fumes.
Gotcha.
So what you're saying is your character has repeatedly chloroformed themselves.
On accident and purpose.
They know how to party.
Alrighty. You have a small room in the back. Sorry. You've been given a small room, due to your association, has been given a small room in the Grand Mount Trade Company trading hub in Port Hellberg. One night while you're tinkering at your workstation, there's a knock on the door.
Alright, I would send my unseen servant to go open the door, because I am far too busy.
Alrighty, as your servant opens the door, he says, there is a portly dwarven gentleman, scar running down one side of his face. Looks like a large burn scar running down one side of his face. Beard growing and patchy in the area, but a luscious beard growing down to about mid-chest otherwise. At the door and says, "Hey, what you been doing the last 2 days? Thought you were off with one of those nobles."
Oh, no, yeah, I've just been working with my grandfather.
Hey, on about your grandfather again. Are you supposed to be off with a noble, aren't you?
Was that today or tonight?
That was 2 days ago. Everyone thought you left.
Oh, surprised by the explosions. I hadn't figured I hadn't. Sorry about the powder burns, but a little mending, it'll be fine.
Hey, I'll be honest. No one notices the explosions anymore. That's why we reinforced your room.
I've noticed that. It gives like a good knock against the wall, but there is no thud. It's my hand slapping it.
You can hear a slight ting of metal behind it. You're driving
Useful.
everyone else insane. Almost soundproof, this thing.
Well, you dwarves are always so crafty with your metalwork.
Yeah, you're not too bad yourself. You better get going.
Right.
Better late than never, but... nobles. Don't know how they're going to be. Just grab your stuff. Run out. You run down to... it isn't too long a run for you. I'll just show the map of Holberg again. And this is... Are you able to see that in the northern part of town? There's a green mark.
Number 2?
Yep,
There's a couple marks, but I just saw the new one in number 2 on the... Yeah.
Yep. So as you run down the street, you quickly find yourself in the noble district on the northern side of town. Wasn't much of a jog from the guild area of the town next to the castle.
I assume I am just covered in soot and marks and am probably quite filthy from staying in a room for 2 days straight. So I assume the nobles kind of look at me and are quite aghast. Seeing a ruffian run about.
Yes, you do get quite a bit of attention from the nobles. Some young lady in a very fancy dress flutters her fan as you run past with a look of shock on her face.
Better than disgust.
Well, you couldn't see. Fan covered most of it. As you run up to where you're supposed to meet a couple of days ago, the door swings open and there is a middle-aged halfling gentleman. Seems to be waiting for you. Well, come in, it's about time. Come on.
Yeah. You know these legs. Oh, you have them too.
Yeah, lucky the master's nice. Has been in a good mood. Come on.
Who's never not in a good mood with me around?
Come on. Stand in the hallway here for a second as you enter a marble-tiled floor expands out in front of you. A white marble staircase with a banister of mahogany leads up to a second floor, as well as a large mahogany door sits in the right wall. He quickly brushes you down using a feather duster, cleaning you to the best of his ability. As he does this, you can make me a perception check.
Okay. Skills. Yes. How do I do that? Do I just click? No.
Just drag it into the chat box. There's a small die on the right-hand side of the skill. See where the modifier is? You just drag on the modifier box.
Okay.
There you go, 13. You hear him muttering to himself in a language you don't understand, but as he does, you notice yourself becoming extremely clean, almost squeaky clean, almost as clean as the floor itself. As you look behind you, you can also see the soot dust beginning to clean itself off the floor.
Hey, I might need some of that. It's really useful stuff. It's hard to get.
I'll keep it for you then. I'll have it ready by the time you leave. Oh, come on. The master's already departed, but he's left someone here who will be liaison for him. As you walk through them, as he ushers you through the mahogany doors to the right, into a sitting room, the fire is crackling.
I assume I kind of take one of my thumbnails and just kind of scratch at the wood and kind of give my finger a sniff to see if it smells like real wood.
As you try and rub your fingernail across the wood, you don't leave much of a dent. You don't take any of the wood with you.
All right.
It's solid, but you're not able to pick up any what it actually is by. Yeah. Although it does look mahogany, like the banister going up to the second floor. As you enter the room, bookshelves line one wall.
Sorry.
A large 2-meter high window with an arch that you didn't notice on the way in looks out onto the street. A fireplace crackles. 2 red leather sitting chairs either side of it. A small 3-seater sofa on the opposite side of a polished glass sitting table. In one of the red leather chairs, there seems to be a massive book upright. Occasionally you can see the page turning. As Eisenberg announces you, the book stops, closes, and in behind it seems to be... can you guys... I just dragged that onto the back of the screen there. Can you guys see that? There's a token there or not?
Where?
Anyway, you should be able to see that one.
Homunculus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, unidentified creature.
You should be able to see the picture.
Yeah, it's a little small. Oh, I put it on the map now. Great. That was an accident, but there it is.
Oh, good. apparently that's client side. So.
Maybe I'm just half blind tonight, but I don't see the token outside of the chat window.
Yeah, I dragged the... If you click the little red dragon, it brings you to the stat sheet, which I've blocked out for you guys, but you can see the picture and drag it onto the back of the screen to get a little bit.
Oh, okay, I see it. I see it.
I don't see the picture, but I see the token.
That is the token. That is the picture.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's cute.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until it starts gnawing somebody's face off.
This is a creature you've never seen before. Stares up at you out of the chair. A silver headband with an emerald set in the middle of it adorns its head. Rings of silver, blue, and green green emeralds and blue sapphires adorn its fingertips and what you presume to be toes.
Okay.
Well, you must be Blast Brain, they call you, isn't it?
Do I know this creature or the voice that emanates from it?
Absolutely no idea what this creature is or the voice that emanates from it. Although, you don't see its lips moving.
Alright, I'm going to assume that I have some manners and take off my hat and give like a little bit of a bow in 1 second.
Yep. Sorry, I'm doing my best with the voices. Alright,
Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of a bow and say, "Oh, Baltro, at your service."
Alright, is it? Sorry about that.
They call me a bit of a blast brain. I mean, you have to when you start working with this kind of stuff.
As he has a look at what you're carrying, he notices one of the powder horns. Dwarven invention, isn't it? Very dangerous stuff.
Quite miraculous, and with some what do they call it? Well, with some gnomish innovations, one can make quite a explosive spectacle out of it.
Yes, I've heard it revolutionized dwarving mining. Anyway, take a seat, help yourself to some wine, as it gestures to the cupboard there, which seems to have a various stock of wines and different alcohols.
No, I don't drink.
Order it is then, as Eisenberg behind you starts pulling out a glass pitcher full of water and a couple of crystal glasses.
And then he says, hey, I think I could. Could you just give me a glass? Like a really deep one.
As Eisenberg gives a small nod, goes over to the cupboard, takes a few seconds to select one, and he says, here you go. One of Dwarven vintage. You might enjoy this one a little bit. It's a bit strong though, so I'll just a little bit say when.
Keep filling it.
You.
Keep going. Mm-hmm.
It keeps going, keep going. It's almost the top of the brim right now.
All right, that's good. I don't need it full.
As he takes it back and puts it on the shelf. You notice the alcohol quickly refilling itself in the bottle once it's on the shelf.
Ooh, fancy. All right. And I'm going to take my gun out of my holster and put it inside the glass of the stiff spirit. And I'm going to sip on my water.
Yep. You get a slight buzzing sensation from when you let go of the gun into the wine.
Okay.
Well, anyway, a little bit late, but nonetheless. So, the one who made me my master has pulled a few strings, and for a time you'll be working with us. We've already discussed it with the heads of your guild and all that. They've signed off on it, so pushes the piece of paper forward. And it is actually signed by Fodrick Ironblade, the head of the local trading post, who is your current boss. So,
all right, I'll give it a quick glance by and then mainly look at who signed it and see the familiar name and give a smile and fold it up.
Don't worry, it won't keep you too long. We just need your company started. Look, we have no idea what the mineral is in this area, so yeah, getting you good in with it. We've got ties with the Grand Mount Company.
Have you tried blowing it up?
That's what you're here for.
Brilliant! I love when a job comes together.
Anyway, so some of the plants have started attacking travelers along the route. One of the towns is actually in a pickle at the moment. So we'll be sending you there straight away. Try not to kill the residents. Keep collateral to a minimum. I know that's what you call it now, isn't it? When you blow something up that you didn't intend to blow up collateral?
I'd have to see the books. I'm not really straight on this common, but I'm sure that sounds about right. Don't blow everything up.
Just blow your intended target. Diviners working for my master have been able to get a little bit more information than what we were given the group previously.
Brilliant.
The source of the magic seems to be a tree. Try and investigate it and find the actual source. My master would like to have that.
You'd like to have the tree?
Investigate. No, the source of the magic from the tree.
Oh.
We just know it's emanating from the tree. We don't know what source of the magic is yet. 2 days ago we could only locate it through the Woodpine area.
I see. Quite interesting. And is this all on this documentation?
No. This is word of mouth. Tell the rest of them what you want. The documentation was just proof that you'll be working for my master for a little bit.
Brilliant.
Anyway, you see Eisenberg give a little bit of you notice Eisenberg give a nod behind you. As he comes up, he hands you what it puts in front of you. Sorry, I'm trying to find the parcel. Here we go. I'll just drag that onto your... There you go, you see that solo contract? You should be able to drag that onto your character sheet.
in inventory, or
Yeah, just drag it into inventory. Should add 100 gold and 3 potions.
there it goes.
Okay, good.
All right.
Anyway, let's get you there. As he raises his own glass, which you didn't notice he had before, and it seems to be some type of light fluid, maybe some type of milk or something like that. Anyway, cheers.
To
As
the
he
milk of
raises his-
human kindness.
Mm-hmm. And can you roll me a d8, please, as you take a drink?
1d8.
Yep. You can just drag the d8 from underneath the chat window onto it.
I rolled a 5.
Yep, okay, let's see. Ooh. Nice. Your AC increases by 1.
Oh. This
Yep.
happens because he take a drink, or
Because you took a
because
drink.
of water.
Mm-hmm.
Water. I don't know if you can hear the air quotes, but they're there.
Don't worry, everyone else got a starting boon as well.
I'm
I
trying
look
to-
over to the glass that was full of whiskey, or dwarven spirit.
It's getting to the bottom now. It's about a third left in the drink. I mean, in the glass.
I just literally asked the gun point blank. So, did you feel any better?
You get no notion from your weapon at all. A little bit of a buzz and slight sensation of happiness.
I finished the water, hoping for more. And when
Yep.
there's nothing left, I just kind of like run my tongue along the edge to try to.
Good water, isn't it? You hear in your head again.
All right. So I would do that.
You can just go to your. There's a little, like a little magnifying glass next to your AC. You can click on that and add an extra one to the misc there.
Gotcha.
Should bring you up to that. Yep.
19.
Anyway, as he finishes sipping his own glass, he puts it down, has to lean over the edge of the sofa a little bit for it, and starts flying up to a door on the left-hand side of the room next to the alcohol cupboard. Well, come on. Let's get you to him.
Am I supposed to be flying too?
You have legs, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do. Well, I was wondering, he was flying.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't
He
sure
flies.
which direction. Okay. I follow.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about legs.
Nearly there, guys.
I, of course, have taken my gun. I wouldn't leave it.
Your gun refuses for a second before it finishes drinking what's left in the glass.
Really? It refused to
finally-
be removed from the...
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Or at least it felt like it did. You had to pull a little bit. It felt a little heavy till the alcohol finished.
Okay.
Anyway, he leads you through a door. As you go through the door, you notice a little bit of a panel to the side there with about 6 different symbols on it. You didn't see what he did with the door. He just seemed to open it. It leads downstairs to a basement.
Okay.
As you go downstairs, a white light fills the chamber from what seems to be some type of chandelier or light source in the roof of the basement. Looking around, you can see tables, alchemy supplies, a separate bookshelf off in a corner, some type of little metal, almost a rubbish bin for normal description. You know, the flip top rubbish bins
Yeah.
that we have today? It kind of looks like that. Just sitting there in the corner next to the bookshelf. There seems to be a massive gold inlay circle on the wall, and some small stone, like half, like 3-inch high pillars off the ground with runic inlays around them.
Ooh. Do I
I'll step
notice
on one of
any of the rune meanings by looking at them?
They don't seem to be anything special. They seem to be mostly mundane magic to your eyes.
Gotcha.
Well, step on one of these. We'll have you with them in a second.
You sure this'll work?
Oh, we haven't had an accident yet.
Alright, well, I just figured I'd ask once.
Always cautious. It's good.
I
Anyway,
go in with my guns drawn, like in a pose, ready for danger to immediately be in front of me.
You're doing one of the James Bond side shot poses. Yep.
More Bayonetta.
Bayonet, gotcha. Right. As you strike up that pose, your body feels stiff. For a second there, you're unable to move as you feel your body go cold. As we look back from the homunculus position, your body quickly turns to stone and crumbles to dust.
Whoops.
As we cut back to the rest of the group,
Thanks for
it
playing
is
the game,
about...
It's lovely to have
Right,
you here for 40 minutes.
Yep. So, who has the ring? Let me check your inbox.
Is it me? Let me check. I think it's me. Might be me. No, I have the gem. Never mind. It's not me.
Yes, it is you. You have
What
the
is it?
contractor ring.
Oh, it starts with a C. That's why. Wait, does it? Where is it? It
N.
starts with an N.
Starts with an N.
That's why.
Novice
It's-
contract network
it's
ring. Yep.
There we go. It's mine.
From the slight cold sensation on your finger, which you've gotten used to now, you feel your fingers get warm all of a sudden as the black onyx stone set in the ring begins to glow a slight a slight greenish in color. Just for people's reference, there you go.
Alright. Was I told how to, like, use this thing?
You
Or does
were
he know?
explained what the ring could do. I believe I told you what it could do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Said,
I can cast a further spell once per week out of it, has sending and all that. Did I actually? Yeah, it's been okay, yep. As you look uncertain at the ring for a second, you notice one of the two dragons holding the stone in place begins to animate. As it gives a lazy yawn, it looks up at you. And it starts crawling up your arm and then quickly curls around your ear. As coming through is the voice of Azeroth, the gentleman you met previously sitting in the town manor of Halberg. Hello, can you hear me in this thing?
Hello, your dragon has wrapped itself around my ear.
Yes, it's a nice sensation, isn't it?
It is not.
Each their own. Anyway, I found the missing man who's supposed to meet you 2 days ago. He'll be coming to you shortly. So, when the ring turns red, put it up against a solid object which can encase the size of a human. Like, a normal human it should do. Anyway, how's the situation in Halberg going?
What, like a coffin or something?
How's the situation going? Preferably solid, like a tree trunk, stone wall, something like that. Something that's not vital.
Okay.
Anyway, how are things going in Woodpine?
There
Found
are...
anything yet?
Well, we have fought some plant things. And we have found zombies in the basement of this place.
Zombies, you say?
I think that's what they call them.
I look over at my companions who are probably nearby.
Yeah, they're probably talking to Jonah at this point, starting to look towards the basement. Or you're discussing what to do about the basement situation. The rest of you see Kaizo giving you a slight stare and seems to be talking to herself. Now, zombies, you say, how are the citizens going?
Well, there's not many of them. But the ones that are here seem to be doing okay, I guess.
That's not good. Are you able to get them out of there, or would you prefer me to send someone else?
Perhaps
to get them out while you continue on?
Many troubles along the road.
Alright. Continue on with your mission then, I'll send someone and hopefully should be there within the day. Alright, good to see you're all alive still. And as you hear a imaginary click in the side in your head, the dragon unfurls itself from your ear and goes back to the ring, taking back up its sleeping position on the gem itself. The ring starts feeling a little bit warmer and also starts to glow red at this point.
Okay. I will go find like a tree.
Yep.
Put the ring on a tree.
Yep, as you press the ring to a tree somewhere outside of the tavern, the tree itself starts to grow black, more black than what it's been burnt to, and starts to dissolve into ash, as forming from the ash is a dark-skinned gnome steps out in front of you, taking up the position of what he would be in the tree. You have to squeeze yourself out of the tree a little bit there, Owlet, but you're glad to see that you're still alive. As there
Do I
seems
have
to be
do anything?
no, you just have to step out of the tree. It's like 5 feet of movement, so it's not too
Okay.
bad.
It's that weird pose
As,
didn't make it more difficult to escape. Okay.
It did a little bit, yep, it did.
Okay.
But
Wonder if
you're
I should
able
roll
to do it
dex or-
pretty.
Okay.
No,
gotcha.
no, you're fine. You're not stuck in the tree.
Right now.
Anyway, as a feline person in front of you, presumably a tabaxi, you haven't seen many. Maybe in passing you've seen one, but there is one standing in front of you at the moment. Seems to be holding some type of ring.
How tall is
Let's
this
place you-
tabaxi?
That is a good question. How tall are you?
5'10".
I am 3'3".
So almost twice your height?
Yeah. So this massive cat humanoid.
Do the rest of
Do the rest of you notice that Kazo
Tree
went
man?
outside? Were you all paying attention to that situation?
That's a good question. Were we? Is it? Because the last time I remember us
Did
playing,
Kaizo get... Yeah, you guys were discussing what to do about the basement before you were about to have
yeah,
a
we
long
were
rest, so-
outside. So I guess it depends if we were looking in the direction of Tree Man.
Yeah, did Kaizo get your attention before going and somewhat releasing Al from the tree?
Not
It'd
really.
be surprising if not. Like, literally, this ring just did something very strange. And be like, hey, I'm totally not charmed by this. I'm going outside.
I just went outside and put it on a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Were we all outside?
No, you were in
Yeah,
the
you
inn,
guys
Apparently
were...
right?
not.
You guys were talking to Jonah. I think you're outside discussing what to do with next to the trapdoor out there.
Okay, to probably like well, Seth probably looked at when kind of talked to herself, then probably just went back, head back to conversation.
Okay.
Okay, so as I'm climbing out of this now partially disintegrated tree, I'm grabbing shards of wood Just a
It
bit
seems to be burnt oak.
The inside's still good.
Yeah, as you look in, they've still got the interior of the tree, which is mostly good, apart from where you can obviously see the carving of your body where you formed inside it.
All right. Oh, hello. Yeah. What would I call you?
I am Kaizo. It's good to meet you, small tree man.
Ah, Kaizo. I am Arlo Baltro.
Hmm.
I've been
I
sent
think that
here.
they gave such names to trees.
Oh, no. I am no tree. I am a gnome. It's just a form of, what's the blasted word? Transportation? No. Transmutate? No. Teleportation. Yeah. Teleportation. Just in a very odd way.
You teleport by becoming tree and then dissolving into a gnome. Interesting.
Perhaps. I wasn't there to see it. I was in one room talking to a strange creature covered in jewels and gold and filigree, and the next second he told me to stand somewhere, and I got ready, and here I am.
Well, you're definitely not the animated trees that we are here to find. But perhaps
Oh,
you
no.
can help us with it.
No, but I hear you're a bit of a squadron, a bunch of people here to do something, correct?
Sure. Yes.
All right, let's go all meet them.
Yes, I think they are still inside. Probably not very, not too concerned with, me putting a ring against a tree or something.
I will go back inside.
Okay then.
Yep.
I follow behind with my stubby little legs.
As you follow behind some of the guards at the barricade, hang on, I'll just share the map for you so you know what you're looking at. Where is it? There we go. I'll reshare it. Ignore the name of the map.
Oh no, it's returned.
I actually need to drag you onto there. Hang on.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. There's your picture.
Hey, who's spinning me?
I'm actively not trying to spin you. The literal moment I tried to zoom in, your token appeared underneath. It's just unfortunate coincidence, I swear.
I was spinning you that time. It's fun to
It's
spin.
too much power.
Alright. You get a bit of a weird look from the guards, but seeing that Kaizo didn't attack you, they seem to let you through the barricade without much incident, even though they do give you a side glance.
Well, I'm used to it.
Jonah, who was previously spoken with Celeste and Sophia, quickly looks over their shoulder and starts walking up to you. Hey, who are you?
I am Arlo Baltro, and who may you be?
Hey, I'm Jonah. One keeping this place together at this point.
Well, I
Listen.
have been sent here to assist these people in their job, and apparently it involves a big tree. So, of what that make what you will.
Oh, if it's a big tree doing it, this isn't good. As she points over to probably what the tree lying down on the ground there that you appeared from. Well, they've been coming alive and attacking us, along with some creatures made of vines and some dogs that can teleport. You see them one side of the barricade, and next they're biting at your heels.
Interesting. And then I'll go into one of my books and start flipping through.
Sorry guys, I'll be right back. Got a phone call, sorry I can't exactly ignore this one.
It's fine.
It's all cool. I do appreciate how accepting the guards are of people walking out of trees, given that they've spent like the last week dealing with tree-related trauma.
Shh.
Sorry
Don't tell
about
them.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Who keeps,
It's okay.
who keeps spinning a Jonah?
Not me.
Anyway. So, you're here to help her with the situation, are you? Any good with medicine?
Medicine. I am not entirely sure. Oh, apparently I am. Wonderful.
Oh, you are too. I forgot about
What a happy surprise!
that.
Jesus.
We've got a few people who are quite injured at the moment. She points to the trapdoor over there in the corner. I'll just put a marker to it there. You can see that. Let's not go down there. That's where you put the dead ones. At least the dead ones we thought were dead.
Huh. But are you sure they're dead? I mean, you wouldn't want someone alive to be trapped down there with all the dead. That would just be horrifying.
I mean, they weren't moving.
Well, many times there are people who go through levels of paralyzation and shallow breathing, and sometimes they're actually quite alive.
And then they jumped up, tried to claw me, and killed one of my friends. So I'm pretty sure they're dead. Or at least not themselves
How could it be
anymore.
dead if it tried to kill you? Clearly, that is the definition of not moving.
She just gives a stern look at you in an extremely stern voice. They were dead when I chopped off its head.
And it got back up?
Yes.
That's quite interesting. I would love to see that in action.
Well, by all means, I would make sure to shut the door behind you.
I think I'm detecting a tone. I'm here to help.
She lets out a sigh. She walks away for a second, and it says,
I guess I walk away too.
Sorry about that, stress. Sorry. Off on the wrong foot. As I said before, hi, my name's Jonah. How are you?
I am becoming increasingly confused.
I'm not the only one.
So it seems
Anyway.
there's something to do here.
Anyway, we'll hold it as long as we can. If you can find Simon, maybe he can have you a little more help with the wounded. She looks over to Sophia. Thank you for doing all you can for them.
My pleasure.
Anyway, it's getting late, and they always seem to attack night. Damn things probably don't need light to see.
Hey, GM. Could I use my smithing tools or woodworking kit as, like a side way of using medicine? I'm sure I could repair people using those things in some way.
I mean, if they're constructs or they're missing a leg, maybe, but...
Okay, so for
Yeah.
amputation jobs, I can. Got it.
Yes.
Slickso says he's playing some gun-wielding whatever you are, but in reality, he's just a techno necromancer.
He's just a doctor.
I don't trust the look in your eyes.
At the end of this campaign, he's going to be the actual villain, and he's just going to have an army of dead enemies we've killed rebuilt into cybernetic monstrosities.
Speaking of that, I need to see how long my familiar lasts.
And now... Oh, no, you're familiar or you're unseen servant?
Familiar.
Familiar until it dies or
Definitely.
you dismiss it.
Alright, then I'm summoning my familiar, the Modron. You want to see a techno horror monstrosity?
A tiny little creature pops up on... I'm sorry, I'm horrible with your name. Character's name, sorry.
Arlo.
Arlu. on Alu's shoulder, a single beady eye looking at you through what looks to be some type of monocle, round body, small legs and arms. It just stares at you, scratching its head for a second while sitting on Alu's shoulder. I should actually add the emoji on. Hang on. Find it. There it is. Sorry, 1 sec.
Yeah, how do I remove the spell slot?
Um,
Oh, I just click the little check mark.
Find familiar. Yeah, find familiar. You don't have to. You like this. I'm assuming you've already cast this thing out before, so you don't need to do it unless you're doing it for the Unseen Seven from before. Or was that just
Okay,
now?
I'll definitely take away from the unseen server before. That
Yep.
seems fair.
Question: if I drag this little Modron onto your screen, you should be able to move that thing around.
God, I love how creepy they look.
It's on the. Yep, there you go. Cool.
yeah,
Good.
that's Wait, aren't those from like a specific plane or something?
Mechanism.
Yep. This one's the tiny size, so.
He's a tiny guy, but he's got one massive eye in this like human kind of like lips and mouth.
Ooh,
Mhm.
I don't like that.
Yep. Alright, well, better get inside then. It's getting dark.
All right.
Hope you're not too averse to a rough night. Hopefully nothing will happen, but that's when they're attacked most of the time. Few day attacks, but nights when they're most active.
Is there any
So
place
you
you'd
got-
want us to be?
We'll put you upstairs. We'll clear some people out of one of the bigger rooms, give you guys a bit of privacy.
No, for the defense. If we get attacked, where would you want us?
We've blocked off the front door from the inside. Barricade would probably be the best place, but
If
Wait,
you don't
wait, you?
mind, I would rather take the bottom floor. I have some tinkering to do, and if I can do it before any issues come, I think you'd be quite useful. And if there happens to be things that break through, I could be the line of defense that wardens. You don't want everyone being upstairs.
I mean, that's just where you want to sleep. If you want to sleep somewhere else, please, by all means. There's room in the stables. Smells a bit in there, but you can sleep downstairs with everyone else. It also smells in there, but
So long as there's a stone floor. Stone doesn't catch on fire. Well, it has to be hot enough to catch on fire, I'll be honest.
I'm sorry, but the floor's wood.
The floor is wood. You don't have a stone floor.
No, we don't have a stone floor.
I guess I'm camping out here then.
Oh boy.
Yep. As you plot yourself down and start getting to work.
Yeah, I got a tent.
Yep.
And it's like a human-sized two-person tent, so it's pretty big.
Yep. Alrighty, so everyone takes up positions. Are you guys having a watch rotation or not? Are you guys taking turns watching and guarding, or?
We can take turns.
Sure.
Alright.
I think there's actually a feature about watch order in the party.
Yes. In information goes down to order, I believe it is.
Celeste can take either dusk or the brightest part of the night because she's human. Her eyesight's not that great.
Mm-hmm.
I take the night. I am the night.
And my character,
Okay.
my character takes the evening.
I don't know how to.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know how to
So
set
who's
the
first?
order.
I take my character takes after Kaisel.
So.
Okay, so who's going first? Who's going
So
second?
the very middle of the night.
I think I'm
Yeah.
Okay, so-
before. Yeah. So I guess I'll go
We have 4 watches.
second or third. I don't know. I can't.
Well, if you want to be during the daytime, then you shouldn't take one of the middle ones.
Well, I thought. Wait, what
The-
time is it right now?
It's starting to get to sunset at this point. The sun's starting to
We're
set.
watching overnight.
I didn't. Yeah, I
Yep.
didn't think there'd be any daytime though.
Well,
No,
can
you
watch
traveled most of the day.
Start where you said you wanted to be closest till sunrise or sunset, right?
Well, that or the brightest part of the night, to where me
Oh.
not having night vision would be useful. So I think I'm okay with where I'm at.
Okay.
You guys remember from the previous previous evening that it is quite bright. It is almost a full moon, a couple of days off from one, so...
Alright, during my watch, can I do my Tinker trait?
Yes, you can. Yep.
Cool. Can I also have put gunpowder inside of it?
Make me a... let's see...
Does it
Wait,
help
what did
if
you
the
do?
Modron gives me assistance?
Yeah, you can have advantage. Make me a intelligence check as you're trying to pack the gunpowder in without exposing it to anything that might set it off.
Well, let's see. Do I have... Okay, it's not a saving throw.
No.
It's not a check for history. Okay.
Actually, make me a Tinker's Tools check with advantage.
Okay.
We're using your wisdom, so if you go to a modifier in the bottom left there,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've already
put a
clicked
3 in there,
advantage.
then advantage.
Okay, plus 3?
Yep. Then roll your Tinker's Tools.
Alright.
So Tinker's Tools using using wisdom.
Yeah. Okay. So I just drag it in?
Yep.
Oh, nope.
You have to drag the number.
The what?
The number on Tinker's Tools, you see how there's a +2?
I have
Drag the +2
one
into the
Tinker
screen.
Skills 10. Is it on main or skill? It's on skills then.
On skills.
Okay. That was actually
Right.
good. Alright,
Oh, good.
gotcha.
There you go, natural 20. Well done.
Drop to 19.
Yeah, no, that... Okay. Alright then. As you expertly pack this after well practice and having a few mistries before, you finally got the hang of it this time. So what are you creating with your Tinkers?
I'm trying to make a mechanical creature, kind of like a little like a bird that's hatching from an egg that walks a certain amount of steps, and then it explodes when the little head pops up and turns into a shrapnel bomb.
Okay then. So that will be using a powder horn, would it?
Yeah. I don't know if you want to use all of it or.
Well, it's up to you how
I
much.
I would put all of it in. Yeah. I mean.
Okay, you can mark off a powder horn from your inventory.
Gotcha.
And add clockwork shrapnel bomb or something similar to that. As that's happening, you don't hear or see anything untoward's happening around you. Quickly.
To be fair, I'd be hammering away and hardly paying attention for that hour.
Oh yeah, yep.
That's a 20.
Gotcha.
You know that's focus.
Yep. 1 second. Some. Did nice tell this time. Let's see, who was next? Celise.
Yep.
What are you doing while you're on watch?
Uh,
As it gets to about 10, 11 o'clock at this point.
how much moonlight do I have to work with?
The moon is high in the sky, and it's considered, and I'll consider it dim light out. You can see stuff moving out there, but getting a good look at it would be pretty difficult.
Okay.
So the equivalent
well,
of wrong with disadvantage when it comes to actually identifying things moving out there. But you would be able to see stuff moving if you were watching.
all right. Well, I guess I don't have much choice other than just kind of pace my area and just try to notice if anything looks out of the ordinary.
Yeah. One of the guards up with you at the moment, who's named Tim, He hands you a couple of arrows that have been soaked in some type of oil or peat. He says, "You see something interesting? Just shoot one of these at it. Should spook it away if it's a wild animal, but you never know."
Understood.
So that's basically a couple of fire arrows that will last for the night. So make me a perception check.
Sure. Let's see.
With
My
disadvantage?
character sheet with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, you just click disadvantage underneath the chat window there.
Yeah. Okay. Perception. Where is? Why do they always hide these things?
Actually, roll it normally because Tim is helping you.
Okay.
Keeping watch with you. Roll it normally.
I'm proficient in perception. That's nice. That's still not a great roll, but that's 12.
Yep. With a 12, you think you see some things moving on the edge of the trees, but nothing comes to actually take focus in the dark.
Are they watching us?
You do have an uneasy feeling about the situation.
Eh.
Alrighty, as your watch ends, you go and wait, Kaizo. It's now
I'm going to
Kaizo's
point out to Kaizo the direction of where I saw things and just tell them, to scan it, see what they can't find out.
Alrighty. Kaizo, when your shift comes, it's dead of the night. You hate waking up at this time of night, but you do it anyway. Or do you? Do you like being up at night?
I am the Nightclaw. It is what I do.
Ah, yes. Sorry, I forgot
I
to
am
see
the
that.
knight. Alright.
I won't lie, I've only got Kaizo the when it comes to the actual
Yeah.
text. So, sorry, I forgot about the Nightclaw thing. So, come your time at night. The
I
wind
perceive.
picks up a little bit. Yep. Make me a perception check with. Make me an all perception check. Okay. As your shift takes place, the wind begins to pick up a little bit, rustling through. You can hear rustling of the trees in the distance, and you can also hear creaking of one of the trees. It sounds as if like a branch had just snapped off, but it continues and it grows closer. What are you going to do? There is a spare short bow next to you with a couple of fire arrows.
I guess I can shoot out a thing.
Hmm?
Where's my... I don't actually have the thing in here.
No, it's the same. Just make me one of your attack rolls. They're all the same at this point.
Yeah, they both have
It'll be the same
+3
modifiers.
So I'll just do a javelin attack. Actually, javelin's a
Yep.
consumable, so I'll just do like a flail.
Yep.
It misses.
Alrighty. With a 10, you aim towards where you think the creaking is coming from. As your arrow soars high up into the air, and lands. It illuminates a small area around it. You don't see much, but you do see what looks to be a large indent in the ground as the creaking noise continues to come closer to you. Looks as if something has been dragged through the ground.
Time to shoot it again.
Yep.
Whack! Hey, that'll hit.
There you go. This time, seeing that you shot over your target, you take aim a little bit closer, and this time you land square on a tree, which wasn't there before and is moving towards you.
Aggressive trees.
Yep. Can you roll me the javelin damage and an extra d4?
Javelin damage?
Yep. It's the same as a short bow, so...
Right.
Alrighty, so 11 points, and roll me 2d4, because of the fire that was on the arrow. Okay, so
2.
another 3, 14 points. So 13 points total. Alrighty. So, what are you doing after picking the tree off from a distance? And it's a attacking it, lighting it on fire.
Does it look particularly like it cares about being on fire?
No, it does not. It is still heading towards you.
To be fair, if it was like screaming in tree, I don't think you'd be able to hear it.
Yeah. I just mean physically.
Yep.
Can I get down from where I'm like standing very easily so I can like go and beat the shit out of it?
Yep, that you can. So you can position yourself wherever you want on the barricade. And the guard who was on alert with you, a look of horror on his face as if recognition of what's happening.
Do I
Begins
hear?
raising the alarm.
Do I hear?
You were,
Oh.
yeah, you would be asleep at this point, but his shriek and cries of alarm is enough to wake most people up.
All right.
So,
I'm
at which point,
gonna try to go rushing after if at all possible.
we'll be rolling initiative.
Alright, initiative rolling time, boys.
Trees up here.
All right, initiative.
Let's see what the damage
That
is.
is-
That's an 11.
Combat checker. No.
Just roll your initiative into there and all. I don't know.
Yeah, China. There we go.
Alrighty. See. There we go. Okay, all good. It is. Sorry, I'll just reposition most of you. You guys come there.
So is my tent still up, or did I dismantle that, or?
I thought you were sleeping in it.
Yeah, I was. But, like, is that still in effect right now?
Yeah, your tent's still up. Put you
Okay.
over here. There you go. Alrighty. Well, first in initiative. Kaizo, it's your turn.
Where's this thing? Oh, it's up there. Right. Okay.
Yep.
And the area that it covers up is the, like... it's
Oh,
That's
there's
the
a
true
big
area.
A.
Yep.
I was
Yep.
just looking at the G's.
No, guards are friendlies. The G's are friendly.
Oh,
They should have a
good.
green text around them and a red text for hostile.
So is it meant to be between tiles? I don't know what tile it's on.
You are on a full tile at the moment.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
just... I can't tell
Drake?
Drake.
Yeah, Drake,
I can't
yep.
tell what tile it's on. Because it's sort of like...
It's covering. Yeah, it's just covering that area. So this
So,
big
like,
area.
if I move to here, can I... Well, that's between tiles. If I move
Yes.
here, can I attack it? Or do I have to move here?
Either of those. Oh, you in contact with it like that.
Okay.
Yep.
I was wondering, I
Sorry,
don't know what the
can't-
red box means.
That's
dark.
its threat radius.
Okay. I run up there, and I whack with my thing.
Yep.
Guess I'll rage. Sure. I'll do a rage. Actions. Rage. That. There we go.
Go for it.
And we haven't completed a long rest yet, right? So
No, you have not.
should be 2. Great. Whack.
Okay, a 10 does. 10 misses as you go to whack it. One of its roots as it's crawling its way, as it's shuffling its way along the ground.
Fun.
Root sinks into the ground in a soft spot, and you just miss it completely.
Huh.
Alrighty. Next turn. Guard 1, Guard 1 is crawling his way out of the... Guard 2. Jonah the Scout is rushing forward a bit faster than her compatriots. A look of terror comes over his face as she curses underneath her breath and readies her longbow. I'm gonna take an attack 3. Misses horribly as it goes wide. Guard 2 crawling his way out of the inn. And Fun number. As it takes a shot at Kaizo, who had moved to engage the tree. Oops,
Wow.
advantage from stealth. You're fine, you're raging. A 19 hits.
Yep, just barely.
As you take 5 points of piercing damage as one of the thorns it launches at you. Skins across the back of your calf.
Ow.
This one's shuffling around. That one's shuffling around. Godfrey, seeing what is happening, is going to throw one of his. Is going to take a shot with his. Check his stats. Yeah, it's the same regardless. I don't have a short bow on him, but he picks up the one next to him and takes a shot at the tree. And is going to hit. As an arrow sinks into the side of the tree. Alrighty, your Modron will go on your turn, so it's tree's turn. This begins to stumble forward, going past you. You get an attack opportunity. Actually, yeah, you get an attack opportunity there.
Great.
You're just gonna slap that tree.
15 hits.
Nope.
10 points of damage. Nice hit. As this thing, seemingly unfazed by your attacks, continues forward, I'm just going to make an attack against the barricade, which I forgot to actually add to the initiative tracker. Yay me. That's going to hit.
You know, I really hope.
Siege. As he whacks at the barricade, a large chunk of it goes flying. Still holding, not enough to allow something through, but it's not going to take another hit like that. Celeste,
Hey.
as you stumble your way out of the inn, yes?
They said last session that there were 2 ways into the basement. This is one.
Yep.
Where's the other one?
Inside.
Okay. We should definitely not let them get that. Because that would be bad.
Yep.
Celeste is going to... the rule from last session is still in effect, right? As long as nobody's grappled, I can shoot without worry of hitting them.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Celeste is going to whip out one of her fire arrows and fire it at the tree.
Go for it.
You know, I don't actually have fire arrows listed on my ammo.
It just does an extra d4 damage.
Okay.
So just make a normal shot, then roll a d4 afterwards, and I'll calculate the extra damage.
Alright, so I'm going to attack the tree. That's 12 plus 7.
That's going to hit.
Almost certainly hits. Okay.
Yep.
Here is the damage. And do you want me to... Did you say you wanted to roll a +4, or do you want me to do that?
I will roll the d4, because...
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a total of 12 damage.
Yep.
So this is what it's like to be actually able to do a lot of damage pretty consistently.
Alrighty. As your arrow digs into it actually digs into one of the knots on the tree, where it looks like one of the branches have fallen off previously, and scarred over. The tree seems to be a lot drier than what it appears, and seems to burst slightly into flames. As this little guy comes running up out of the broken buildings, and is going to try and claw you. At advantage. Not work. 1 second. Here we go. Oof, another natural 20 on you. Dealing you 3 points of damage as this thing runs up and tries to rake its claw against the back of your leg. You guys can start hearing scratching coming from the other side of the barricade.
Hmm.
So these things start trying to climb over top. This one actually managing to get on top of the wagon. Sorry, what did Draco just say? Internet dead. Okay. It's hanging back. I've moved. Okay, fun times ahead. As you guys come out into the courtyard, which is being lit by torches, the guard, you notice a shimmer in the air and a growl as a blink dog manifests out of nowhere and goes to attack Jonah, which is going to hit. Latching onto the back of, jumping up and grabbing her arm, latching onto it. As another one does the same, another one goes to attack the guard who's on the other side of the barricade there. This time, grabbing him at the back of the ankle and ripping him to the ground.
Oh,
Dragging him to
jeez.
the ground.
Things are not going well for that guy.
Movement. Last brain, your turn. As you crawl your way out of your tent after the commotion of uproar.
So, let's talk radius for a second.
Yes?
Twiglight 3, Twiglight 2, and Blink Dog 1. Are they, would you say, all within a 10-foot radius?
Okay, this is a good time to get everyone to learn how to do this. If you right-click, you can go to pointers in the radial menu. And from there, you have cone, circle, square, and arrow. If you click square, circle, or whichever one it is, you can click on them. Left click, and then drag out to the appropriate radius, like that.
But you can do it by number?
Yep, it'll show you a number.
How do I get rid of it after I've...
You right click on it, you go back to pointers, and there'll be an option to remove this pointer.
I see. Alright. So the 10, you said just right click, pointer, circle.
Yep.
Just
Pick the
can't
spot
type
where you
10.
want. Yep, drag it out, left click, and then drag it out to a 10-foot radius. And then you see the little square that pops up on it? You can drag that to where you want it.
Would that still hit her if that was like that?
Yes, that would still hit her. See how the tile has a slight white color to it?
Yeah. Well, in the same token, this Blink Dog's kind of in the radius of it, but kind of not.
You can, see where the 10 is and see how there's a little square there? You can pick that up and drag it around the place.
Yeah.
To better position it.
Is this twig blight supposed to be on a tile? It's kind of just between a bunch of tiles.
The twig...
It's kind of a corner.
Yeah, hang on. There we go. That's technically on it. There we go.
Just curious if that was intentional.
How important is this person?
I mean, she seems to be the one who you guys have interacted with mostly, and
Gotcha.
Although he hasn't interacted with her much at all.
No, that is true.
So here's another question. What's the radius of a bomb?
Oh, no.
What is the radius of your powder horn, which this one will be based off of, or are you talking about the actual bomb?
The actual bomb.
Alrighty, let me find your
man.
character sheets.
This is going to end so poorly for someone.
3d6 fire.
If you click on the little dragon, it is a 5-foot radius.
5-foot radius. Damn. Well, maybe better.
6 fire.
I can throw it 60 feet of my positioning. Alright.
Scale that down to there. There you go.
Alright. Yeah, I think I'm going to chuck it up where the Awakened Tree and Twiglight 4 are.
Alright, so go and drag it to where you want it.
Well, first I gotta move my character the correct amount. So
I mean, you can throw it from there. It's 60 foot. You can throw it from.
I can get to there, right?
That's if you left click and right click at the same time.
Okay.
You can drag it out and check from that way. So that's a 10-foot movement, yep.
Okay, yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, we're going to stand there, and I'm going to
Yep.
check my bomb in the upper corner.
Yep.
And if I just... Is it just this?
Nope, they have to make a dex saving throw, so if you just roll the damage.
Okay. Okay. Ooh.
Nice. He fails. He's dead. And where's the tree? This is the big one.
Oh dear.
Oh god, yes. Natural 20. Okay.
Oh dear.
Alrighty.
This
Do you take half
situation is-
damage?
Yeah, it takes half damage.
All right.
So that is 7 points of fire damage to the tree. Let's see, hang on. Calculations. Uh-huh. Oh. As you lob your bomb over the barricade, tree's winding back for another, to smash another one of its limbs into it. As your bomb detonates, one of the branches itself is almost disintegrated from the heat as it rears back from the explosion, burning, catching extremely on fire right now.
Our action, right?
That was your action, yep.
All right. I think for a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex on the Awakened Tree.
Hex?
Okay then.
Wait,
What is this fucking
maybe not.
character? Oh my god.
I don't think so. I think I'm not gonna actually.
Okay.
Isn't Hex a warlock spell?
Yes.
Yes, it's a warlock-based thing. Instead
Oh,
of
right, that's
invocations,
right.
he can make modifications to his weapon.
Oh, that's sick.
So, alrighty.
This tree's about to have a very bad time.
Oh, it's already on fire and having a bad time. Sophia, unfortunately, is not here.
I just feel bad for that building.
Looks
Just
like-
don't break the building. There's a lot of bad things underground.
I think it's kind of on
Spencer
fire.
turned spinning.
Theoretically, that
barricades.
would resolve the problem for us.
Hang on, I'll just quickly bring up her character sheet. His character sheet.
Oh, by the way, I also have a ranged smite that does radial damage.
Yeah, I heard you talk about that.
You haven't got that yet. You haven't
So
got that
cool.
yet.
Elemental burst level 2.
Oh yes, I forgot about that. Yep, that one. Yep. Alrighty.
Okay. So the real question, Sly, is can you turn your familiar into like a flying IED?
I could, but I think Primus would get quite pissed off at me for using Modrons as suicide bombers.
A bit.
They're just not thinking inventive enough.
Alrighty. It's going to use a spell slot to cast Bane. It succeeds. It fails, and it's going to target the tree. That's within chance. Tree succeeds. So that was dog number 1. Fails. The Bane effect on the dog. There we go. Alrighty, and that was Fear's turn. Gezo, your turn again. The tree is on fire, has been knocked back by an explosion. And a weird smell is now permeating the air.
Smack the blight next to me.
Go for it.
Whack.
You miss.
Damn it.
Unfortunate.
I run over here.
Guard number 1.
Doesn't that trigger
And
opportunity?
It does.
Yes, it does. Find it. That's number 1. That's gonna
Nothing.
hit. No, it's gonna miss.
The thing I'm wondering is, are these twig blights like a pushover, or do they actually have like 15 HP each?
No, they have like 3.
Oh.
Twig blight to the pushover.
Ow. Oh,
Guard is going
overkill.
to run up and attack the blink dog, which misses. Jonah is going to drop her short bow and pull out her short sword. I mean, a long bow. Pull out the short sword. Dog's barking. 1 second. Hits with the first one. Hits with the second one. As she begins to lay into this blink dog, dealing it some serious damage as she lays cuts along its back and forearm. Guard 2 is going to run over and attack the other one. Who keeps spinning this guard?
It's not me, surprisingly.
Rounding up and trying to pierce this blink dog with his spear, but misses. Needle blight. Still in range. Take an attack. Gonna miss.
Oh, is that Drake?
I noticed your internet came back.
Welcome back.
Reconnecting.
Should Drake play the turn that he missed?
Did you want to? All I did was cast Bane, which affected one of the blink dogs. So if you want to redo that turn, that's up to you.
I get the impression he doesn't care.
He hasn't said anything yet. Anyway, you're getting hit by another needle from one of these needle blights. As you take another 3 points of damage from one. That one is revealed.
Hi, I'm back.
Welcome back. Sorry, when your turn came up, I used a Bane spell, so if you want to reuse that turn, or are you happy with the Bane?
So what did you say?
When your turn came around, I used a Bane.
That's fine.
Okay. That's Needle Blight.
I might need map tokens again.
Yep. You go sharing sheet, you see that?
Yes, I see that.
Okay. Alrighty. This one is going to take a shot at that.
At me?
Yes, at you.
Good fucking luck.
Oh boy.
As a needle comes past you, it skins over the top of your Modron's head, which is on your shoulder.
Hey,
Revealing
I'm
itself
responsible for that thing.
as it's climbed up onto the barricade. Alright, guard number 3 is going to try and hit the dog that's attacking it. And crit. Using both hands. Only 9 points of damage. Damn, these cards are doing good. Modron, unless you want it to do something, you have to tell it to do so. Freeze turn. Veering back from taking such a large swing, it seems they've finally taken notice of you there, Kaizo. It's going to make an attack against you. And misses. As it leans backwards and goes to slam its trunk into the ground where you are. Surprisingly flexible for a tree, able to almost what you would consider fall over, but not break its trunk. You do hear a large cracking noise as you jump to the side, and the ground shakes slightly as a large indent is left in the ground from where it hit. Celeste, your turn.
Yes, that it is. Well, looking at the situation, we've got the blink dogs, but they're actually being relatively handled. They've at least got 2 people in contact with him. So I'm going to knock and loose another fire arrow at the tree in the hopes of killing it once and for all. That'll hit. Did it not?
It didn't.
Oh, it didn't? It was like a 13, but I'll roll it again. On the tree. It's not. That was a 20. Host connection.
Maybe
lost.
that's why.
Host connection
Gosh.
lost. Host connection lost.
Bush.
Snake.
Oh, he lost power.
Rip session.
Was not
Whoops.
just me.
Guys, able to hear me?
Oh,
Yep, there you are.
hello.
Sorry, I'm connecting my mobile and cell reception shit here. We just lost power here, so give me a second. I'll check what's happening.
No problem.
Gotcha.
In the meantime, Chad, what do you guys know about shear strain? Because I'm stuck on this homework. Shear strain.
Right.
I'm mostly joking. I
Alright,
think I can
guys.
figure this out. It's just a real pain.
Engineering with Twitch chat. Twitch plays homework.
Twitch plays homework. It's
The
just
engineering shear strain is defined as the tangent of that angle and is equal to the
I'm
depth
gonna
length.
continue what I did before I got power back.
Yeah, I'm gonna call a little break. Now go have a smoke.
Alright.
I'm going to take the advantage to get some water. It's really
At
warm
its
here.
maximum divided by the particular
Ambitious.
length in the plane of force application, which sometimes makes it easier to calculate. Wow. Deformation mechanics. Loading, please wait.
Are you guys able to hear me?
Yep. A little bit staticky, but it's fine.
Yeah, it seems like a fight here, so not a bit late, but you guys might be able to pick for a bit.
What?
I don't know. I'll try and stay online.
Okay.
Hang on.
You're very robotic.
Let me see if I can work. Shit, internet. Oh shit, service. Be back in a bit. Hello.
Hello.
Hang on a second. I don't know if I'll be able to host Fantasy Grounds because it requires a port, so let me check.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, Fantasy Grounds requires a port forward most of the time, so I won't be able to
Yeah.
run it off my phone.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go look into food. 1 sec.
Yep. Well, sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Running off my phones as a router at the moment, so can't
Oh,
run
yeah.
Fantasy Grounds, unfortunately.
Good old mobile hotspot.
Mm-hmm. Fortunately, I'm not in town, so I don't actually get any decent reception. So. Okay, that's annoying. Yeah, looks like I'm going to be out for most of the day, unfortunately.
Oh, that sucks.
It's a planned outage till 4 p.m., which is another 6 hours.
Oh, God.
So,
That's pretty bad.
yep.
Well,
Looks like Sly's going to be running his campaign again. I can load a web browser, which is nice, but
I don't think Sly was planning on running the campaign today.
no, I know. Sorry about that, guys.
It's okay.
You said it was a planned outage.
Mm-hmm.
Are things
Hello.
working?
No.
Great.
He just said it's a planned outage, so he's going to be... He's having a bad time.
So is
Another
it
6
not
hours.
6 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that seems like that's the end of the session.
Yep.
Realistically.
Sorry about that, guys.
Alright. That's fun.
It's okay.
I'll just wait for Sly to get back and see what he wants to do.
Mhm.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
So,
Planned outage for the next 6 hours.
alright. Should we jump on the Roll20 campaign? We got everyone here, basically. Except for... Oh, Dom's even here.
We could ask if she wanted to come over.
I'm not. And as long as I hold my phone above my head, I can connect online. I mean, web browsers. So
Alright. Log her into Roll20.
Yeah,
sorry
I guess
about
I'll do
that,
the
guys.
same.
Okay.
Lots Minds of Fan Delver. Join.
Sorry, but it looks like you have to change your stream title there, Georgie.
Yeah, we're working
No,
on it.
confuse the new players and the new people joining.
Use all the new watchers.
All
Yes,
those new
that's the
watchers.
word I was looking for.
Viewers.
All those new viewers.
The
It's a different
Jojians.
word.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
what's
think-
the name of your followers, Joji? Do you have like
I
a...
don't have one.
Jojian's a
Chat.
pretty good one.
The
is
sweaters?
The
Quick
sweaters.
chat. Fuck no. Oh yeah, we left it on a bit of a
Sweater.
cliffhanger. Like
Yeah, we
last week.
did.
Yeah, a bit.
Hey,
Oh,
anyone
boy.
know how to speak Draconic? I think someone does in this party. I hope they do.
Hmm?
Does what?
I said I hope the Dragonborn knows how to speak Draconic.
Are we going to try to persuade them to not attack us?
I don't know. Zartan's drunk.
What kind of question is that? Of course the Dragonborn can speak Draconic.
I mean,
With this campaign, nothing can be certain.